Duluth homeowner says AT&T owes her a new driveway after a crew dug underneath it and hit a gas line. She says the crew had no right to dig without her permission.
And nearly 2 years later, after this all went down, she contacted Atlanta News First consumer investigator, Better Call Harry. Harry says this is a case of get off my lawn.
Private property. Clearly says it. Private property.
Here's the thing about Regina Stansberry. She's direct.
Private property.
And if you'd like to have a chat, have a seat. Is it true? Do you need to sit down when you have a conversation with Regina?
You absolutely do.
Just don't mess with her lawn.
Private property, people.
This is video from July 2023, and Regina is upset with an AT&T crew who are trying to install a new fiber optic line for her next-door neighbor, Maria Stringfellow.
I just wanted a piece of internet. Is that too much to ask for?
Maria's internet request started a feud, a classic case of
Get off my lawn.
Here's what happened. The crew couldn't find the connection point in Maria's beautifully manicured yard. So they strung the line across Regina's yard to another connection point, and Regina cut it.
I understand this is AT&T's property, this, the box. But when you're trying to go through somebody's yard, that's not their property.
She is correct that the internet and cable are not public utilities. However, companies like AT&T get access to the public right-of-way by paying your local government what's called a franchise fee. Regina put out the warning signs, but 3 weeks later, AT&T returned and hit a gas line.
And then the gas is leaking and they ain't digging in my yard.
We both screamed at each other, and she called me beep, 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 beep.
Atlanta Gas Light made the repair and temporarily filled it with asphalt, but that was 2023. She says AT&T needs to fix it, and after we contacted the company, it agreed, writing, our third-party insurer has reached out to the homeowner and is reevaluating her claim. That's great, but back to the grudge, because
No, I'm not used to this.
how could anyone stay mad at Maria?
I'm 5 foot.
You're 5 feet? Mm-hmm. I'm 5'9" when I stand on my wallet.
Are you crying? Yeah.
It took a while, but the two are talking, and Maria got what she asked for, the internet.
I really feel like there needs to be a handshake here. Maybe, come on, handshake in between, right?
Absolutely.
Good handshake?
Yeah.
Right? We're friends again?
Give me a hug, baby. You know I love you.
Love you. Watch my shears.
Watch your shears. Hand back.
It was a spiritual moment. Right, Regina?
Get off of my lawn.
All right, so you can see that my foot is not on her lawn, but we got a fix here because a contractor was out here today. Okay, you can pull back, Dimitri. Thank you so much. We did get a contractor out here yesterday to get a quote on a repair, and I will say this from AT&T, as we work to bring high-speed fiber internet to more communities, our goal is to minimize impact on residents as much as possible. I'd say that gives me a right to step on her lawn.
I don't know, Harry. You better be
you.
careful. We saw her neighbor with clippers in her hand, so just be careful there. But I did want to just clarify something with you, too. We want to be sure and clear about this. The internet is not a public utility like electricity and telephone lines, so that means there's some leeway here, a lot of leeway.
Well, we had to do a lot of research on this because it went before a federal court as to whether or not the internet is a public utility. And there was a ruling in the appellate court that it is not a public utility. Like we said, they buy the rights. They pay per the mile to like the city of Duluth or whatever city or county they're in for that right. But it is not officially a public utility. Tracy.
Thanks so much.